All right, we've got a mess going on. This is a V-band. That's the rest of it. This is a $160 off-road Y pipe from Speed Engineering. This is gonna go like so. And then I'm gonna weld one to the headers. Now, sorry about the fan. I'm gonna show y'all. I've already got one side done. There's the V-band on that side and on that header. That's working good. I fired the truck up for the first time today and it friggin' chops. Like, we've got 40 pounds of oil pressure at idle. Kind of wish there was a little bit more, but it's the same oil pump that was in it. So it is what it is. Front brake lines are done. Well, I've got to put some sort of a mount to keep them there. But I have got this marked. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna use this clamp as a guide. Cut all the way around this. This side, I still have to pull the header off. Before that, I'm going to cut this, tape that V-band on this, tape the V-band on the headers, test fit everything, and then weld it up. All right, so we're under here. V-band's there. I forgot to take off for this amount of width. So we're having some issues rubbing there. But there's not really much I can do unless I'll order another V-band and I'll cut this one back. Either one. I'll probably cut this back, put a new V-band on it. It's no big deal. This one I did account for though. I've got plenty of room. I'm not going to weld this up until I fix that over here. I'm just going to put the clamp on it originally because this one has plenty of room. V-band lines up nicely. This one's welded up. I'm going to go ahead and pull this header off, get this one welded up. Some stuff routed off of this back here, somewhere in there. And I'll go ahead and fire this thing up and see what it looks like. All right, we've got our header trimmed down a little bit. See that wobble? I'll fix that. There's some burrs and stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna get this welded on, get it thrown back in, spark plugs back in, do the O2 sensor, put a piece running back and out, and then fire this truck up again. V-band is welded. I'm not doing like some crazy stuff because this is stainless. It is super easy to weld to, and if you look on the inside, you can see in there the heat marks. It has full penetration all the way around. This thing is sealed. It's not going anywhere. This here, that's TIG. You know, I'm using MIG, and I am using just normal wire. I don't think I'm using stainless wire. Gonna let this cool off, throw it in, let's get it. What's up, boys? So I don't know if this is gonna be the second or third video, but we've made some progress. Okay, made some progress. So the truck started. I'm gonna roll that clip now. Pretty badass, right? Okay, so new plug wires. I got the exhaust done. I'll play that probably after this. I don't know. So it's just gonna be a jumbled mess. But now we've got the electric fans installed. So Speed Engineering electric fans and some cheap eBay 34-inch radiator. If I click this, a low speed fan. I click this one. high speed, and yeah, just high speed fan. If I do both, it'll do both. So anyways, still debating on if I'm gonna run this to the PCM or if I'm just gonna run this inside to some ground switches. So shocks are ready for pickup. That is great news. Brake lines are on. I've got to weld a little thing here to keep them there. Rear end, we have a bypass mounted. So here's my big old ugly welds. Boom, bed cage. I need to cap this off. I know this is ugly. Some people don't like this, but I honestly kind of like it because it gives me something here. Like, how do I explain? Like if I ever wanted to add something, I could weld onto this. And also like it just makes it look, I don't know, it makes it look more redneck, which I love. Working on this side now, I'm taking my measurements. I'm gonna do an exact copy of this. As you see, I'm gonna go there, weld me here. I've gotta cut some stuff here. Big old fat boy welds on there. You know, just nasty, horrible welds, but you know what? The welds on the blue truck were 1,000 times worse. You can see the welds there. I mean, those are some pretty nice welds. Big old fat ugly welds. But the welds on the blue truck were 1,000 times worse, and it held. So I've got to cap this off here, cap that off, and this is done. Now we're going to run one from this corner down there, and then run one right here for braces. And I am going to mount my trans cooler back here. Just a little update for y'all. I've got brake pads, calipers, brake lines, bed cage. I didn't do the prettiest of welds on these, but you know what, it'll be okay. So, got new brake lines, all routed up, calipers. So, other than adding a support this way for the bed cage, you see like down there, and then boop, boop. I think I can go ahead and cut my hole for my filler neck, which is going to mount right here. And then I can start fitting up fiberglass, tail lights, put the wheels on it. Yeah, so I haven't recorded like hardly anything at all, but as you see, the place is just a mess. I've got front brake lines. I welded these here. It's kind of like a keeper. I'm gonna weld the other side on. So right there. So we've got water in here. Got the belts on. The fans in. All the hoses hooked up. So nope, I don't need this. I'm waiting on an oil dipstick. Once that comes in, we can start this thing. I gotta put transmission fluid in it, and I'm probably gonna run it, let it pump water. I know I can't like give it throttle and really shouldn't let it run long without a tune, but I wanted to do the transmission, I wanna turn these rears, and I have to bleed the brakes. So I'm getting close, getting really close. I should be going to pick up the front shocks Monday, so that is in 2 days. Not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. So, yeah, out with these. Then we can start putting these on. This, as cool as it would look, it turned out just shitty. So that's gonna get sanded down, painted white or black, whatever. Just whatever spray paint I have laying around. I'll probably do black to match that one, and then keep the bed sides white for now. But yeah, a lot of work. I am tired. I don't know, but figured I'd give you all an update. So truck's coming along slowly but surely. All right, this literally took me forever because I don't have a notcher, but that is our support there. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'd like to try and weld underneath that. So I may take some more out of this and raise it up some, but I do like the look of it sitting flush with the bed. So I don't know. I'm sure all this is enough, but who knows. But yeah, I'm gonna get get that figured out, then I'll get this thing welded in, and this side will be done. I will have to run one like from here down to that corner, but that can be no issue. Once I get this on, then I can go ahead and start fitting up my fiberglass on this side. Exhaust fabrication going on. We've got a SpinTech 6000, and I'm getting some stuff mocked up right here for welding, and yeah, we're gonna run it out. Section, I'm gonna go ahead and weld this up and then fit up our section that comes out, and probably like a 90-degree out towards like the bedside. Now I'm gonna change that later, probably cut a hole in the bedside and whatever, but for now we're just gonna dump it underneath the bedside. That turned out a little bit better, except for where I tacked it, of course. Yeah, I can live with that. That's fine. I wish I could do some welds like that. Holy cow! There we go, boys. The mid pipe, I guess the axle back, whatever, is done. So that will take you from the Y pipe. Can you see me? I don't know. So from the Y pipe, you got a 45 down, a little piece I cut, SpinTech 6000, and then it has a 90-degree outgoing. Now, that is a problem there, but I think where it's hanging right now is fine. So I'm gonna clamp this up, and then I'm gonna make me a exhaust mount for right here for this hanger. Hopefully it won't be hitting that. If it does, it's super annoying and I'll just have to fix it later on, but for now, this is gonna work. All right, so exhaust is done. I mean, until I put fiberglass on and do like something to run it out the fiberglass. Yeah, dipstick is in, water is in the coolant system. There's no fluid in the transmission, so I don't have to worry about. Can you run it? Can I let this thing idle and shit without transmission fluid in it if it's in neutral or park? Let me look that up, but I'm gonna start this thing. I'm gonna let it run. Okay, so I am here to interrupt the video. The last clip you just saw, I asked, is it okay to let the truck idle if it's in park or neutral with no transmission fluid? The answer is no. No, it's not okay. What's also not okay is not seating the converter properly before installation and then starting it. So basically, I destroyed the front drive pump in my transmission. My 4L60 is toast right now. So between that, the previous clip and the next clip you're gonna see has been about a week. I found out the transmission was toast. I bought a new map sensor, new O2 sensors, redid like everything. The engine is 100% ready to go. I put new brake calipers on it. I got the trans cooler mounted. I got the rear suspension finished. The front suspension, got the coilovers on, the alignment done, everything. So technically, other than the transmission, the truck is ready to hit the road. Now, of course, it's only a base tune. I had Bale's Performance tune my computer. He did a great job. And I'm only allowed to, just like drive it around, put it around. I'll work out the kinks, and then I'll take it up to him again, and he will finalize the tune with the actual truck, like on the road. So yeah, this is just me saying I messed up. It's gonna be a couple weeks until I get the truck like ready, because it's gonna cost me anywhere from $300 to $500, or even $2,000 depending on if I need a whole nother transmission. If it's just the pump failure, it can be fixed. It's not a big deal. But I want to let you know I'm human. I've never done this. This is a budget build, and I don't upload very well because all I have is my phone, and I like to listen to music in the shop, you know. So yeah, enjoy the next couple clips of the truck idling, but just know it's going to be a while before I upload again, because it's going to be a minimum of maybe 2 weeks before I get the transmission reinstalled, ready to go. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.